What is up, guys and girls? Hurricane Liz here, and in this video I finally dig deep into how to build your very own funnel. That way you can start branding your KDP books. Now, remember from a previous video, we dissected Jade Summer and the exact technique that they are using to get thousands and thousands of reviews and thus sell thousands and thousands of books. So we're gonna create a very similar funnel that they have, and it's not gonna take us any more than 10 minutes to get up and started creating our very own external list of email subscribers. That way we can hit them up when we launch books, we can hit them up when we want reviews, and we can hit them up for all sorts of sales and other neat things that we decide to do in the future. So without further ado, let's get the party started and do this. All right, so as you can see right here, I'm looking at Jade Summer's funnel, and this is the funnel that they actually have for collecting email addresses, and they do a spectacular job of actually following up with those people, getting reviews, launching books, announcing sales, and doing all sorts of pretty neat things. And the actual place that they run this through is an actual service called ConvertKit, which for those of you that do not know, ConvertKit is an email autoresponder service. And that means nothing more than just something that allows you to collect email addresses and then send them emails on a day-to-day basis or on a periodic basis or however often you actually want to send emails. But the other fantastic thing about ConvertKit, which a lot of people don't actually realize, is that it can also build what's called a landing page, which is what you see right here, which is a graphical representation of some sort of incentive that you want to give people in order to collect their email address. So it's very simple. It's a very easy process, and there's a lot of other programs that actually do it, which I will cover in the future. But this is the easiest all-in-one package, and it's also the most cost-effective. I'll go over a little bit of the pricing at the end of this video, but if you do want to sign up for ConvertKit, I do have my affiliate link below, and I would greatly appreciate that, as I do get a commission when you do that. However, I will say this much: at first it is free, which is fantastic, and it's basically going to be a lot of what most of us need. Now, there are a couple advanced features that I will cover that you will get in the actual paid version, but again, like I said, it's extremely affordable, and it's almost a must-have when you're building your business, particularly to sell it in the future. So let's go ahead and look and try to recreate a page very similar to this. All we need to do is go over to our ConvertKit, and once we're logged in, you can see I'm right now in the back end of my ConvertKit, and I practice what I preach, so I am actually subscribed to ConvertKit. And what we need to first do is we need to create a landing page and form. So I'm going to go ahead and click on landing pages and forms, and once I'm there, all I need to hit right here is create new to create a landing page, which you saw similar to what Jade Summer did. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on landing page, and now I need to just go through here and see if I can find a page that I like and a page that I'd like to show people when they actually land on the page. So I'm going to just go and pick this hide one, but you can literally almost do this with any of them. And you can also click preview to see what the actual page looks like. Now, about the only thing that I don't like about this page is these three things down here, but I'm pretty sure they're going to make it fairly easy for me to actually remove those. So I'm going to go ahead and hit choose. And once I click choose, now I'm going to start to get to work on this. First and foremost, I have already preloaded the Jade Summer image. So I'm going to click right on top of the image, and I'm going to hit replace. And if it's not in yours, and let's say your book has a certain image, you want to upload that file through here. But I've already uploaded the Jade Summer image, so I'm just going to duplicate their page, and I'm going to click on this actual picture, and boom, there we have the picture. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just change this text. And while I don't advise exactly copying what Jade Summer did, kind of come up with your own actual wording and then change it up to that, whatever it might be. But for now, and for the purposes of this example, I'm just going to go ahead and copy exactly what Jade Summer did, just to show you how quick and easy this can be. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab this paragraph here and just once again throw it into here and paste it. All right, okay, so we've got an email address already here. Now what we're going to do is add another field. So I'm going to hit this plus sign right here, and I'm going to go ahead and add this field as a first name field. So I'm going to just go ahead over here and click leave custom field, click on first name, make sure it says first name in the custom field label, and then I'm going to hit required because I want them to put their first name. And now I've got first name and email, and now I want to put this first name above email. So I'm going to just wait till these three little hamburger things pop up and then drag them up above. Now I've got first name and email, and you'll see that I can add more fields if I want, but I'm not going to do that. And then right here, I'm going to change this up to download the PDF or whatever it is. It could be a book or whatnot. And now I've got the total page done, other than getting rid of these things. So now to get rid of these things, I'm going to click on the one and hit delete, and then I'm just going to start deleting everything that's on here. And then in a minute, we'll see the preview, and you'll see that it's going to look exactly the way, or almost exactly the way that Jade Summer has it. You're not going to see any of these little placeholders that are here, like these little image things. you're going to see just the page as it would look. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit preview right here. And here's what it looks like. As if I scroll down, there's really nothing there other than this big white rectangular thing, which is not a big deal, but everything's on there. I'm going to exit this preview, and then I'm going to come over here and look at the actual settings. So I'm going to click on settings, and right here, when a visitor subscribes to this page, here's the success page that they're going to get. It's going to say success. Now check your email. And then here's where we'll put for your coloring pages and to confirm your subscription. Let me see if I spelled that right. All right. And then you can also redirect them to an external page, but I usually like to keep everything within ConvertKit. And then you can also do a custom domain. Now, I haven't done this part. I do have a tech guide that sets this up for me, but if you are interested, just go ahead and look at this particular video and it'll walk you straight through. And this is for, say, example, you buy something like Liz's KDPbooks.com. And obviously that's the dumbest name in the history of the world. I'm not talking about the Liz part. I'm not insulting my mom like that, but I'm saying that the rest of it is one of the dumbest things that I've ever heard. But it could be that if you wanted it to direct to Liz's KDPbooks.com/mybooks, then you would set all this up. Now, here's an incentive part. This is the important part because this part is where you're going to need to upload where your actual coloring book comes from or your coloring pages. So yes, you want send an incentive email checked off. And then what you want to do is you want to check this edit incentive email thing. And it says, thanks for signing up. Click the link below to confirm your subscription. And you'll also receive and it's important to tell them and remind them that they're going to get this or else they might not confirm it, your free coloring pages. And you'll be on your way. So that's all that I'm putting right there. I'm doing that and I'm hitting save. And now right here, this is also important. You want to make sure that it goes to a download because you're not going to send them to a URL. You're going to have them download something. And this is where you'll pick your coloring file. So in my case, I don't have that. So I'm going to hit choose file and I'm going to just grab this Amazon logo. Instead of actually giving them a coloring book, it's going to give them this PNG, but if I had uploaded a PDF with the coloring pages, it would be giving them a coloring page. So that's it for there. Advanced, I usually just leave it as such. And same thing with SEO and analytics. This is once you get more down into the nitty gritty and you want to find out people that land on your landing page and all that good stuff, you can connect it to Google Analytics and things like that. But this is the most important part. This is the download section. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and hit save. And pretty much, boom, we are done with this page. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is name it something. So right up here, I'm going to go ahead and call this KDP test, or we can just go KDP Lander. That's what it is. And now it's named. And what I'm going to do right here is, this is where you can add the thank you page if you really want to. Like you can go ahead and completely design a thank you page. All right. So I basically did a replica of the first page and I deleted all this stuff and I added this. And then I just put some mumbo jumbo, which is not something that I would more than likely put. I'll probably put some more thought and effort into a thank you page. And now we're pretty much done. This is the KDP Lander thank you page. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that at the beginning. It says KDP Lander thank you page. And now we're ready to save and publish. So I'll go ahead and hit save and publish. And we are pretty much done with the landing page. So now comes the ever important part, which is connecting this to our actual email list and then making sure we do a couple extra things. So the next step we want to take is we want to head on over to the landing pages and forms, and we want to confirm that our lander is there. So we can go ahead and click there and hit edit. And once here in the lander, the other important thing is to click on share and then copy this link because this is actually the URL of your landing page. Now, obviously, you don't want to give that ugly URL to your customers. That's why it's important to either yes, set up your own domain, or B, use another method to direct them there. That could be a bit.ly link. And or we could do a QR code, which I'm going to cover in a whole other lesson on how we can create a QR code, print it in our book, and then automatically come over to this landing page and the QR code collects all their information and everything just automatically on autopilot, which is the ninja way to do it. Nobody else is going to show you that. So awesome. Then I've got this actual link. I'm going to save it somewhere and then we're going to go in and test it and talk about this further. All right. So now that we can go back over to our subscribers, this is where we're going to see everybody that gets subscribed to our actual email newsletter in this case, or free coloring book incentive thing. And then over here, you're going to notice that you can also add tags to these. So while these tags can still be done at this level, and I believe they are on the basic version, the best thing to do is to create a tag for this. So I'm going to create a test tag and I'm going to call it KDP Lander Visitors. I'm going to call it KDP Lander Visitors. I'm going to save it. And now you're going to see that it's going to show up right over here. And it's right here, KDP Lander Visitors. You can see that there's 0 subscribers. And pretty much our page will now work if you send people to it. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean mean by that? I'm going to just go ahead and enter this page here, and there's my page. I can enter my first name, I can enter my email address, and I can download the PDF. And that's at the most basic level what you get with the free version of ConvertKit. Now let me talk a little bit about the Ninja version of ConvertKit, which is only a little bit more. So ConvertKit does have different layers of signing up, and for $29, you get up to 1,000 subscribers, and you also get access to something called their automation funnels. And I'm going to demonstrate one right now and show it to you here in a second. So as you already saw, we set up this actual KDP lander visitors. Now, why is that tag important? Well, it's simple. Any single time somebody lands on this particular page and registers for all this, if we have it set up at the automation level, which is the $29 a month version, what happens is when they enter their information here, they are tagged with KDP lander visitors. And now we know exactly where they came from. So for example, if we wanted to filter out the information from each individual book and have one book have this page and another book have another page and another tag, we can do that by filtering them out with these automation sequences. So now we know where every single book is driving every single customer. And so we'll know which books are driving customers, and we'll know how we can expand upon that, or which books are more popular. And there might be a different couple ways that we want to test these actual QR codes and or just URLs and see what works best, so that we can kind of have an idea of which way to go with for the rest of our career selling book. All right, so obviously we already built the funnel, and I know that I said I was going to test it out and show it, but we're kind of out of time, and my camera kind of did something pretty crazy. So I'll spare you the details, and instead what I'm going to do is do a part 2 to this actual video where I create the automation, we fully test the actual funnel out, and then I show you a couple more tips before you go live. However, what you have right now will already work. The only part we are missing is automatically tagging the actual person as they come in through the funnel, and we're also missing out on how do we direct them to our landing page the quickest and easiest way. I'm going to cover all that and a heck of a lot more. By Monday, you will have that actual video up for you to see, geek out on, and go out and build your very own funnel. So hopefully you learned a lot. If you don't want to take the funnel for a test spin, go right ahead. You don't have to confirm the subscription. You can just jump in there and see how it actually works and how you automatically get your free Amazon.com PNG file. So I hope you learned a lot on this video, and if you have any questions and or comments, post them below. I always personally answer them, and I will see you in part 2 very soon.